Hey everyone, Chrissy from Footprint. Yeah, the elegant do's gone, but if you saw my last video on two ladies that I looked up to, or was icons for me when I was a little girl. Yeah, the Bigfoot slippers are gone now too. I've got the other ones on. Anyway, Alex Acosta has resigned. No surprise there. Not like a lot of us didn't see it coming. What I'm interested in now is what I did do a reading on him in the first reading I did, included with Trump. But I want to. So he's had his big tower moment and everything, and excuse me. I want to know. Yeah, chocolate. What's in store for Alec now? Is he going to face criminal prosecution himself? So I'm going to be asking that question. I'm going to I'll ask that question straight out first, and I'll do my 1, 2, 3 thing for my yes/no questions, and then I'm going to do an overview, an updated overview since last week when all this crap started to happen. Okay, I've changed decks. I've given the Good Omen, the Good Tarot a rest from this, and the little Everyday Mini Tarot. I've got another couple of decks for clarification, including Sibylla, which, as people who've been watching me know, I sometimes use with clarification. So, okay. Is Alex Acosta going to face criminal prosecution? Is Alex Acosta going to face criminal prosecution? Is Alex Acosta going to face criminal prosecution? And I'm not talking about, I think there's more to his role than just giving the guy a sweetheart deal. So, Knave of Cups. That's Page of Cups. 10 of Coins. The Lovers. I'm pretty sure they're all clear yeses. So I'll just get my yes/no thing. Cups. Yep. Yep. 10 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, 3 clear yeses. He's going to get news about it soon. People are looking into his finances, especially around that time. And just what sort of a relationship he really had with Epstein. We'll do another layer. Is he going to face criminal prosecution? I like to do the 2 layers from 2 different decks. Is he going to face criminal prosecution? Is Alex Acosta going to face criminal prosecution? Five of Pentacles. That's a no. I think that's more what he's hoping. 6 of Swords. That's a maybe. 7 of Swords. That's a no. So we've got 2 no's and a maybe from a different deck, but I think this is more wishful thinking. And the fact is, he is out in the cold now. He's resigned. I mean, Trump it's just, you know, yeah. And I think he's going to try and make people feel sorry for him and say, no, I don't deserve this. I think this isn't, whether or not he's going to face it. It's he wants people to rethink it, and he wants to try and get away with things and try and get away with the true story. Even though those two say no, they're on top of two clear yeses, and it's, yeah, and there's still more yeses or maybes than there are no's in this back. There's only two no's, there's a maybe, and three yeses, and that's and this one, the Six of Swords, maybe, it's going to be really, really rocky for him. He's in for a really tough time. Now, having done that, I am going to take an overview look at what's to come for Mr. Acosta in the next couple of months. What's affecting him now, what's in the recent past has led up to this, and what he's looking at in the next couple of months. Yes, I did all this the other day but I want a fresh one now that he's not in a position of power. So, the Five of Coins. That's interesting because we had the Five of Coins before. He is out in the cold. On his own, buddy. We're cutting you loose. Current influences. The Six of Swords. Again, this has come up. Yep, just really, really rough time. He's having a rough time now, and it's going to influence everything. What he has to go through from, yeah, the present into the future. It's going to be a really, really rough ride for him, and he's not going to be able to get through to calmer waters. I think it's all going to be really, really rough, and I don't know if he'll be able to get to calmer waters. What's overseeing everything, what he does want to think about. The Knave of Wands, the Page of Wands. He says he wants new investigations. He came out with that ridiculous press conference the other day saying, I'm glad that they're investigating and all that. I'm glad there's new investigations. He's lying to himself. This is what he's telling himself, and he's lying to himself. He's not glad because he knows that they had everything from the police investigation that was provided before down in Miami by those wonderful detectives who did a fantastic job and were totally betrayed by this person. He's lying to himself here. He doesn't want a new investigation. He's not glad about it, but that's what he's saying. That's what he's telling himself. His immediate future. The new investigations and the new actions he just did not want. Yeah, this dude is in for it. He is in for it. What's underneath him? What he doesn't want to think about it. Strength. Now he doesn't want to think about strength. I think this strength represents the strength of the evidence that is against him. I think that they've been gathering evidence against him about his whole role in that sweetheart deal and why he gave it. They've been gathering evidence, and it has a lot of strength behind it, and he just does not want to think about it. What's in his recent past? The Empress. The Empress has come to represent, for a lot of readers, and I'm going to read the same thing here, is the brave young women who are coming forward and telling their stories. They are empresses. They are dignified and brave and provide a beacon of hope. These young women, the more and more of them that come back, they are the empresses in this situation. And they're coming and telling their stories, and maybe one of them has a story relating to Acosta, because that's in his recent past. In his near future, the Ace of Swords, the truth is going to come out, buddy boy, in the next step for you. The truth is going to come out. You're not going to be able to avoid it. I can't say I'm heartbroken at the idea. I would never wish harm on anyone. I don't think, my personal opinions on forms of justice in some of your states are my personal opinions. I won't put my hand up there, but needless to say, I don't think killing anyone is the way to do things. I would never wish that sort of harm on anyone. But what I do wish on people who do these horrible sorts of things is justice. That justice is served. And that justice is provided for those who are victims of their actions. If you've had a part in this, you are going to deserve every brick that falls on you from a great height. Okay, let's go back down. Now, so that's that spread. I really can't see any need for clarifiers on that one. I am going to ask one more quick yes-no question about Alex Acosta, and then I'll have done this video. So, and I think that this is most likely going to be a very, very, well, we'll see what happens. And if you can think of the question, I've already asked if you're going to face criminal charges, yes. And is he going to be disbarred? Is Alexander Acosta, whatever he wants to call himself, Mr. Acosta? So I think that Mr. Acosta says some respect, and it's only one Acosta that I think deserves that, and that's not this man. I mean, a public figure, Acosta, of course, but and yeah. So, is Alexander Acosta going to be disbarred? Is Alexander Acosta going to be disbarred? 1, 2, 3. This is a no. This is a yes. And this is a yes. This is him saying, no, you're not going to do that to me. You're not going to stab me in the back. But this is, yes, we are working with the bodies that need to be worked with to disbar you. Buddy, it's going to happen quickly. So we'll just use the Royal Tarot, the blunt truth ones, to just do confirmations on that. I did try a different yes-no format before, and it just wasn't working for me, possibly because I've been using this one that I printed up, and so the other one's easier to remember, but it just didn't seem to work. Okay. Three of Wands. Oh, yes. Justice, yes. Justice is a maybe, sorry. Two of Pentacles is a maybe. Yes, he is. He is. And it's going to be justified. And, yeah, it's going to happen quickly. He's not even going to have time to find his balance. People call this your ship's coming in card. The other aspects of it could be your chickens are coming home to roost, buddy. And speaking of chickens, in Australia we have a very fun curse. Not really, it's just a wish. And if you want someone to get what's happening to them, may your chooks turn to emus and kick your dunny down, mate. There you go. Anyway, thanks very much. Next up, I'm going to have a look at William Barr. Okay, bye. Just a quick point, your dunny in Australia, it's the outside loo. Okay,